Hey, it's jess&elle here, and I'd like to say to everyone, welcome. So I can honestly say this is going to be the most chill, the most relaxed video you've ever seen me do. And that's primarily because not all of my videos has to be so meticulously thought out. Sometimes I just need to be relaxed and just keep it cool and calm. And I mean, this is the me. Behind the camera, off YouTube, this is me. I'm not always what you see on YouTube. No, you have to see all sides of me. So this is the other side, the chill, the laid back, the relaxed, the if you were around me in person kind of me. But what I really came on here to talk about, my cat is like licking himself right now. It's like super disturbing. That's why I keep looking over there. He's really going in on his leg, his back leg. But anyway, in our youth meeting yesterday, I had the opportunity to talk to some people who were really confused about life and what's the purpose of life and how they should go about things. And this was friends of people who attended the youth meeting, and they weren't believers of Christ. A lot of them aren't, and it's due to the fact that they've gone through some things in their life and they just gave up on believing. And then some of them, it has to do with believing more in the science of things. And then some of them again believe more so in the fact that life is just life and there's nothing else after that. So I speak to a lot of different people, and it doesn't amaze me that that's how they feel. What amazes me more is that they don't have anyone in their life currently to teach them what it's like to be a servant of God, to give them any insight, period, personally, one-on-one. Not just stuff they hear when they go to church with their family members or when they go to church with a friend, because they don't necessarily get to speak to the pastor one-on-one. So I actually got the opportunity to speak to them one-on-one, and a lot of clarity was given on their behalf, because the older folks who are believers, they it's difficult for them to try to relate to us youths. I always have a trouble saying that word, youth. Wouldn't it just be better if I say youths? Yeah, youths. Yeah, it's harder for the older believers in Christ to relate to us youths, because they tend to just be more aggressive or more generalized, like, you know, stop sinning, change your ways, turn to God, or else you'll go to hell. Some of them are like that, and that's not what the youths of this generation want to hear. They have a lot of questions. They believe other things that needs some type of clarification on. So if that makes sense, they believe in other things and they just need clarity on why I should come to Jesus. And it's not necessarily our job to tell them that what they believe is wrong, or what they believe is foolishness, or it's a lie. But instead what I did was I gave them my experience, my story. I told them what it was like for me to be a servant of Jesus Christ, and that's pretty much all I needed to do. I didn't need to speak for the next believer. I didn't need to speak for us believers in general, because they tend to put Christians in a box. If you've ever heard them say, you know, that's why you Christians are always Bible thumping, or you Christians always want to be telling us not to sin, or you Christians. They kind of just put us in a box and just make one Christian represent all Christians. And I mean, we do that technically with race as well, with the whites, the blacks. We do the same thing, so it's no different. But I was only speaking from my experience, my POV as a servant of Christ. And for some of them that brought a lot of clarity and understanding, and for maybe like one or two, you know, they chose to believe what they want to believe regardless. And that's fine, because it's not our job to force them to Christ. It's not our job to do that at all. Any believer that feels that it is their obligation to force people to Christ, they are wrong, because not even Jesus does that. Jesus, he tells us that he wants us to come to him. He wants us to make the decision to come to him on our own. He has the power to, he could snap his finger and make all of us believers in Christ, but that's, I mean, he's almighty and all powerful, but that's not how it works. So if Jesus is not going to force these non-believers to come to him and serve him so that they can have a place in heaven, then why am I going to go out there and try to do that? That's a waste of time and energy. Have you ever sat down and had a conversation with a non-believer? It's tiresome, because they would talk you down. Man, they would seriously talk you down. It's never happened to me, but I've seen some conversations like that, and I've heard of people telling me about conversations like that where they talk you down. I don't engage in conversations like that. I would say my piece, let them say their piece, and then that's it. Because like I said, it is not our job to force anyone to Christ. It is up to them. Because either way, at the end of it all, it is for them to determine and decide if they want to try Jesus. We can only tell you about our experiences and what he's like and how awesome he is and what he's done for us and the miracles he's done. We can only talk about our experiences, and from that, it is up to the non-believer to decide whether or not Jesus Christ is for them or not. And that's pretty much what took place in that meeting yesterday. It was a successful meeting indeed, because they sat down, they listened, they didn't walk away upset. There was no yelling, there was no cursing. So that's why I say it was a successful meeting, because outside of a church environment, if you try to have a conversation as a believer with a non-believer, with an atheist, with a Scientology person, you would see how agitated they become, and quickly. I don't know if any of you have had any successful conversations with them where you've actually gotten through that wall that they have up and they actually listened to what you had to say and understood it. But I know there are maybe a few, but they don't be discouraged if you don't get through to them, because it's not our job to force them or to make them change their mind. That's not our job, because not even Christ does that. So that's pretty much what I had to say in this video. It's just some encouragement for us youths. It sounds so funny saying it now, youths. For us youth ministers like myself, who are surrounded by people in our age group who fight us daily on what we believe. Don't give up hope. Don't be discouraged. Don't try to force any of your friends or family members to convert to your religion. Don't try to do that. Just continue to be who you are. Continue to allow God's light to shine within you. Let his light shine. Let your lifestyle reflect the awesomeness that is Jesus. And through your lifestyle and through the things that you say, the way that you behave, you never know. They're watching, and you would not know that they're watching. And maybe just by your lifestyle alone, they would come to know Jesus Christ the way you want them to. Because it doesn't always have to be by the things that you say. It could be by what you're doing and how you do it. So that's something to keep in mind as well. That's why they say actions speak louder than words, right? So those are all things you have to pay attention of. And of course, if you're not living, a righteous and holy life, it will show. Everything that's done in the dark is eventually going to be brought to light. So it will show. Definitely will show. So be careful of that. And just remember that not everyone has a place in heaven. Heaven is not for everyone, but it's for everyone. Just know that. I've had a hard time dealing and understanding that, but I've learned over time to accept it. Not everyone is going to make it to heaven. So, I mean, it hurts to know that. It hurts me a lot, because I wish that everyone I come across would be in heaven with me when Judgment Day comes. That's just the reality of it. But yeah, I kind of like this video. I'll see if I can do more videos like this. It feels good. Just me, my camera, my cat, you guys. That's a lot of people then. If I include you guys, that's a lot of people. But yeah, just like, comment, subscribe if you're new. If this is your first time watching any of my content, hi, I'm jess&elle, and this is my YouTube channel. Please feel free to check out my other content after this video. And subscribe if you like my charisma and if you like the content that I've been putting out there. And share, please share all of my videos, even this one if you want. Share my content with your family, with your friends, with your circle of people that you know, because I'm an aspiring YouTuber and I'm trying to bring back positivity to YouTube, and this is one of the primary ways I have to do that. So you can definitely show your support towards what I'm doing and towards me by sharing my YouTube channel with everyone you know possible. Because again, that's the only way that I can get noticed, is through you all sharing my content. I mean, I can do my own promos, but if every one person shares with like 5 people, that's already 6 people from just one person. So you could imagine the numbers. If 5 people are watching this and they share with 5 people, that's 25 people right there. But yeah, just thanks for tuning in. And like I said, I'll try to do more videos like this because I kind of enjoy these a lot. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all in my next video. Or should I do my other outro? Being blessed is way better than being stressed.